Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can play Venom in Marvel Rivals. He's a super powerful tank and there's so many different reasons why, so I wanted to make this video to help you out. I've climbed through Grandmaster several times and I've learned a lot of different tricks along the way that really helped improve my game. So first I'm going to start off by going over his skills and then I'm going to jump into one of the last games I just played to show you my thinking and just the strategy behind everything. So the first great thing to know is that all your skills have a really low cooldown. So everything pretty much ranges from like 15 seconds to 8 seconds and they all line up really well. For instance, your swing skill lines up really nicely with the corrosive skill, and that skill also lines up really nicely with the frenzied arrival skill. So all pretty much have like an 8 to 10 second cooldown, allowing you to use all those three skills super frequently. So it is really useful to use Venom Swing to close any kind of gap and get right behind the enemy line, but it is way more useful to try to get up high like this and then seeing an area that you can jump on this way. That's because when you do jump, most of the time the enemies are going to start focusing you down. Jumping this way allows you to have a Venom Swing ready just in case you need to get out. So at any moment, a Venom's able to jump on anybody he wants, making him a really dangerous tank to verse. A really great combo to finish somebody down is to start with Diving Strike, hit them up in the air like that, use your Corrosion, and then stay around them while you're attacking. If you stay close, the Corrosion will do more damage, and if they jump away, it'll break free and they'll take no damage. Your auto attack hits several times, but it does way more damage when it's a headshot. So always know that you can headshot with it. So mixing up those skills to get that extra burst damage with hitting him with headshots, getting the corrosion off, and then slamming down with one of these skills is a great way to put a ton of pressure on the healer. They're pretty much forced to focus here. If they don't, you're just gonna kill them right away. And that's when Venom's shield comes in. So at any moment when you're taking damage, you use your shield to pretty much be safe and get away. It is like a 15-second cooldown, so just know you have to use it sparingly. The best way to use it is when you're about to die like this. That way you're going to get a full 1000 shield. It diminishes over time, but this can go really far, especially when your healers are healing you. The lower the HP you are when you use it, the more you'll get out of the shield. So right now I've only taken 250 damage, but when I press the shield, it only increases me by about 400. If I took no damage and pressed it, then I'd only have like 100 shield. So making sure you're almost dead when you use it is the best practice. It gives your healers more time to heal you up. Even though it diminishes over time like this, it's still Venom's #1 way to save himself. Another way Venom can save himself is by using his ult. Ideally, you want to be using your ult to follow up with your team and kill any kind of high value player. But in this case, if you are dying and you don't have your shield up anymore, you are able to use your Q, your ultimate, and go up on any of the enemies and you'll get a shield from hitting them that way. So not a lot of people know, but when you use your ult, you're actually doing a percentage of the enemy's health plus a little bit more. So when you hit a Luna Snow, you're getting 988 extra health and you see it does about 70% of her health. You get way more value out of this ult when you use it on somebody that has way more HP. So for instance, here's the Groot. Instead of 188, I'm getting like 375. It does the same amount of percentage damage and then it does a little bit on top. So ideally, when you're using your ult, you're gonna wanna use it in the team fights where there's multiple enemies. That way, when you decide to devour everybody, you'll get way more value out of it. You'll get more shields, you'll do more damage, and you'll probably end up getting a kill. All right, I wanted to show all that before I started the game, but yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off this game, I really wanna just be a nuisance to their healers. I jumped on them right away, tried to take any kind of healing pressure off the team. Since this is the very start of the fight, I'm trying to just pretty much build up as much of my ult charge as I can, as well as making space for my team. So here I noticed that we had an Iron Fist going in really hard, so I wanted to jump in on everybody, and it's really satisfying when you can get a corrosion on multiple enemies. If you're able to stand around them as the corrosion's going off, you're going to get so much ult charge from that. Out of all the tanks, Venom pretty much has the best solo survivability. So you can get anywhere on the map, you're able to run away anywhere on the map, and you're able to jump on whoever you want. You have a lot of self-sustain, so you pretty much can get anywhere. And then here, I knew my ult was coming up, but I knew their Cloak and Dagger had an ult too, so I tried my best to bait it, which I did. She used her ult, so I was getting ready to use mine. They ended up defending us really well, so my team had to get back. And as a Venom, you're able to survive for so long, but pretty much all the damage you take is soaking damage. So if you take that damage, you're actually helping your enemies get ult charge faster. So being able to run away and not take that damage when you need to is really important. Now I knew my team had to go in. I didn't have much HP, so I wanted to use my ult to initiate. It really threw off the enemies, so I decided to go straight onto the high value DPS on their team. The Winter Soldier was doing a lot of work, so I was doing my best to shut him down. When you're fighting in support ults, you don't really have much for damage mitigation for your team, so just try to get your ult charge up as fast as possible. Ideally, you're able to catch somebody out that isn't inside the healing ult, but for the most part, just using corrosion and just fighting away and getting headshots is probably your best bet. So a lot of times with Venom, I'm just trying to get in the backline to really throw off their DPS and their healers. Making everybody focus me allows everybody on my team to do their job. And getting cheeky with your shields and using your ult is really how really good Venoms can thrive. A lot of people think that Penny can counter Venom, but she's not the best counter because he has a ranged attack and that shield. So he can just go in, kill the mine nest whenever he wants, and just continue to punish the Penny's healers. Trying to catch the enemies out one by one is definitely what Venom wants to do. He can solo pretty much every class in the game. Right there, I was soloing the healer with the Emma Frost even on me. And then here, I'm about to go solo the Winter Soldier all by myself. So trying to catch out the enemies this way is a really great thing to do. People think that they can take the Venom, but then you pop your shield, and then there you go, you have a full another health bar. So we pushed the point all the way on the first round, and now I'm playing on D. I knew my team was set up all the way back here, so I pretty much just played the in and out playstyle the best I can. Venom's probably the best tank at doing in and out style. Second would be Cap, but Venom's really great at this because at any moment you're able to pop that shield when you need it, and then just use your swing and get out. Your most important skill is your shield, so if you know that you have a support ult up, just never use your shield until you really need it. One really important thing you can do to finish off whoever you're focusing is obviously try to put a corrosion on them, but when you're using your primary fire, finish it off with a melee. It just helps you get a little bit extra damage off the character, and it gives you animation cancel. So here I knew that there was going to be a team fight coming up. Our healers had a lot of pressure on them. I wasn't at full health, but I knew we didn't want to give this area up. So I decided to go in behind enemy lines and try to catch them all out. Dive in like that, use the corrosion, and then I go right in with my ult and catch them all out that way. Now I have a ton of shield for this next fight, and I can just freely focus on whoever I want. Probably one of the most annoying tanks for Venom would be the Emma Frost, because the Emma Frost is about to throw me down here, and I just take so much damage. But the reason why Venom's so great in this meta is because at any moment when he's about to die, he can just use his shield like that, and then he gets all his health pretty much back. Then it also gives his healers a ton of time to heal him back up. So the enemies pushed through here, but then I saw that we had a healer ult, so I went in hard. They threw their healer ult off, so it just came down to getting as much ult charge as you can. When you're in this situation, when there's tons of heals going off, the best thing you can do is try to catch somebody that isn't in the heal. So you have this rocket here. It makes it really easy when you have a character like a Wolverine on your team. That way you can dash them away from it. But Venom can pretty much close the gap on anybody, so he might as well try to kill those people. Other than that, with the support ult, you're not able to heal like Rocket's revive or maybe like a spider nest. So focusing something down like that first is probably what you're going to want to do as Venom. You don't really have much in terms of damage mitigation, so just focusing on damaging those things or getting your ult charge up is probably the best thing you can do. I noticed they're all on me here, but I really wanted to kill it. I saw we just got a kill, so I wanted to kill it off right away. And since you're Venom, that's pretty much your job. I mean, the enemy DPS got a full combo off on me, and I still survived like nothing happened. So when you know that the enemies are coming through an area like this, getting up on the top floor like that to set up a dive is probably one of your best things to do. Like I mentioned at the start, having that web swing ready is really handy, because at any moment I could get stuck by an Emma Frost like that and not have a support ult, and I'd have to get away. This was a tricky situation because I used my ult and I thought everybody was right next to each other. Turns out that there was just an Emma and a Winter Soldier. So even though she was getting there, I don't think I was able to kill the Emma with this. The Winter Soldier had way more higher value, and I knew that he had his ult, so I wanted to kill him off. So sometimes not going for the highest HP is the best thing to do too. At the end here, the enemies got really close to pushing the point all the way. We were really strapped on time, so I just pretty much had to get to the point as fast as possible. My goal was to just hold the point so my team could get there. Venom's really great for these parts of the fights where everybody has to crowd on the payload like this, because you get the most value out of your corrosion skill and the most value out of your ult. So right now I'm linked to like 2 or 3 people. They had to run away in order to get rid of the link. So they're all focusing on me right now. Pop up my shield, but this gives my team enough time to get back on the point. So they pushed it almost all the way and there's no time left. I got such a good value out of the corrosion skill. I was ready to set up my ult, just waiting for a good time. Hit like 4 of them there, and my team followed up with DPS, and we killed off 2 of them right away. So you can really soak a ton of damage in these kinds of fights as a Venom. Once you get that ult off and have a shield skill ready, you're pretty much unstoppable. I really love playing Venom because even if you do feel like you're getting countered by some kind of DPS, there's always a way around. You could come from a different angle, go from above, go in with an ally, focus somebody else, or just try some other kind of combo. Alright, that's it for me. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please drop a like on this video, and please subscribe to my channel to see more great Marvel Rivals guides just like this. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.